Caroga. Qapla.
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Caroga. Oh, that's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to get your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
You come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. Dare to make war, we surrender. All good, important things are giving you peace.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework factory. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. That means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before, or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Bird O' Prey 5 channel. Hail Caroga.
Hello world, it's Bird O' Prey 5, Qapla, and welcome to Sinema Saturday for June 12th, 2021. Today we're going to be watching Full Metal Jacket. Yeah, we're taking a little break from sci-fi and quasi-sci-fi for just a war movie. One I've been wanting to watch for a while. Seen it a number of times in my life. One of those movies that's always stuck out to me as one of the better movies for a path I did not choose in life. In fact, very different from anything I ever attempted in life, but I always found it interesting. So I hope you enjoy today's movie. Welcome, Jedi Bill, to the panel. Qapla, Jedi Bill.
Qapla.
Anyway, I'm going to go through some of the chats. The difference with today's movie is, and I pinned this comment, if you don't want to watch in the screening room, if you're watching this later, it is available for free streaming on Tubi, at least within the United States. So there is a link pinned in the comments if you want to watch it on Tubi. I watched about 15-20 minutes of it. I didn't get any commercials, but I do run an ad block. So I don't know if that's why there were no commercials. It seemed to stream just fine. But as always, we will be having it in the screening room. So for those watching live, that is probably still the best place to watch it. And the screening room address is at the bottom of the page, birdopray5.com/SR. And welcome Positive Candor to the panel.
Qapla.
Qapla, Positive Candor. So Goblin Squatch is first that I see in the chat. And says, heard about you on Friday Night Tights last night. I come here and you're reviewing an epic film. Instantly subscribed. Qapla, Goblin Squatch. Thank you so much. Yes, I do really appreciate Gary and Doomcock put out the call, as I am looking for a home visiting cardiologist in the New York City, Queens, Bayside, Queens area. We're having some couple of people got back to me with some possibilities. Nothing confirmed yet. The search goes on, but hopefully. Jedi Bill says hello to Not Ryan Johnson. Not Ryan Johnson says hello in Qapla. Hail Caroga. Not Ryan Johnson. 54.5 Access Radio says lies, all lies. Today we watch Crystal Skull. No, we don't. If you hear some noise from the back, that is Nephew O'Prey, who is, I believe, registering his annoyance that his food is finished. His food. He wants more. He wants more food. Josh Street says, remember to put @Bird O'Prey in every comment or Sleep O'Prey will take over the stream. Make sure that doesn't happen. Use @Bird O'Prey 5 so Bird O'Prey will read the comments and not turn into Sleeping O'Prey 5. Well, as always, if you want me to read your comment, especially once the movie starts, put @Bird O'Prey 5 in so I see it, and I'll do a better job of reading your comment. Josh Reed says to go over to the Bird screening room and watch along with Bird O'Prey only when Bird is streaming the movie at www.birdofprey5.com/SR. And yes, that is the link for the screening room. If you go to that link in a separate browser tab or a separate device, if you're mobile, maybe a separate device, you can watch the movie from the screening room. My copy of the movie, you watch it with me, as if you're here in the living room virtually with me. And, hopefully you don't make a mess so Mom O'Prey doesn't have to clean up after you. Kronos says, wow, Bird O'Prey is awake. Question is, will Bird O'Prey be late? Well, what I did do was I typoed all the social media. I sent the social media links out to Twitter, to Gab, to Locals, to Minds, and one or two other places that I use. And I accidentally put 4:05 p.m. instead of 3:05 p.m. It wasn't worth correcting. It's the usual time for Sinema Saturday. So hopefully, if anybody gets here an hour late, my bad. YouTube had the correct time. And you might hear Nephew O'Prey now. Moxley fan says, hello, you all. Qapla, Moxley. Not Ryan Johnson says, Bird O'Prey is awake for now. Nothing is guaranteed once the movie starts. That is true. Kronos says, hey, you guys. And Baby Ruth, he's saying Goonie lines. This is not the Goonies, Kronos. Kronos says, I don't know what I've been told. Caroga Mines far very old. Well, now that sounds more like this movie. Josh Reed says, Chrono eats a Snickers. You don't actually act like yourself. You act like Bird of Prey when you're hungry. Wow. Chrono says, that's a scary thought. What would a Kit Kat do? I saw on the news yesterday, there's this disgusting new flavor of Kit Kat called Fruit Loops. Now, I don't mind Fruit Loops. Fruit Loops is actually one of the better breakfast cereals that I am okay with. But it doesn't taste like Fruit Loops. They say it tastes like the milk that's left over after you've finished with Fruit Loops. Which isn't horrible, but Jesus Christ, man, if you're going to make a Kit Kat flavor, at least let it taste like the cereal and not the milk from the cereal. I don't know, but it doesn't make sense to me. I don't like it. Josh Street says, no, Kronos, when you eat a Kit Kat, you act like life with Matthew. Interesting. Josh Street says, what? Bird of Prey is starting early. The end of the world is at hand. I would say this was on time today. On time for sure. Where are we? Oh, I skipped a lot. Bradley Briggs, Qapla, Bradley Briggs. Hello, Mike Richards. Welcome, Mike Richards. Saul Leibowitz, Qapla. Saul Leibowitz says, how much do you want to bet Bird does not have his microphone on? Well, that would have been a bad bet because I saw it was working. Josh Reed says, hello, world. Goodbye, world. Starting early. Bird will pray 5. Chronos says, hey to Vincent. And Chronos says, Bird of Prey, you cheated by watching the movie already. Just a few minutes, maybe 10, 15 minutes, just to make sure to be worked. Moxley fans says, Bird of Prey, Qapla, Bird. Hope you and the family are doing well. Thank you, Moxley. Chronos says, hey to Candor. The last Victorian. Qapla, the last Victorian, says, hail, Bird of Prey. How are you, good sir? So far, so good today, last Victorian. Bradley Briggs says, watch something that's free with ads with ad block turned on. Well, I keep ad block on because it's just safer. There are so many ads that have viruses. It's not worth the risk. Now, what I do is support channels and creators and content that I value, right? I'm subscribed or a member of at least a dozen different YouTube channels. I send money to websites, organizations that I value online. Not a lot, but more than enough to make up for what they're losing in advertising revenue. Because, advertising revenue is cents, fractions of a cent per view, where even $1 a month is more than they would ever make from me on advertising revenue. So I'm all for supporting people and creators and companies that are worthy of the support. Captain Trek says, hello, Qapla, Captain Trek. You don't want to come up? That's fine. You don't have to. But you should have the link. I do believe I sent the link to a number of people. Also, I was kind of hoping NB Geek might be around. He had offered to come up because he was a Marine. So I was hoping to get his take on some things. Maybe he'll show up. Resolute Germ says, hi all. Qapla, Resolute Germ. 47 Yorktown says, hello, young sirs. Hello, 47 Yorktown. Josh Reed says, if you want to have Bird of Prey answer your question, go over to Dear Bop. Yes, that's another place you could go. I answer Dear Bops on Mondays and Fridays. Vile Mike says, howdy, folks. Qapla, Vile.
Hey, Mike.
Let's see. Moxley says it's a soggy Kit Kat. Yeah. Kronos says, ew, Fruit Loops flavor. Gross. Josh Reed says, Kronos, that wasn't Charlie. That was Bird of Prey. He wants more Beagle Bites. No. Kronos says, Charlie sounds hungry. He was. Yeah, typo o prey. That's me today. Kronos can't stand any cereals. Oh, what? You can't stand any cereals. Jedi Bill, what are you showing us there?
Oh, showing Spider-Man.
Oh, you want to put him back? I can bigify it.
Oh, okay. He's on my mic stand.
Spider-Man on the mic stand. Very professional.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yeah, I think I know why Kronos doesn't like cereal.
Why would that be?
Because he doesn't want to be a serial killer.
Wah, 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 wah. Maybe. That could be it.
There's nothing wrong with being a cereal
I don't mean
killer.
being a cereal digester. I've eaten more than my fair share of cereal in my life. Hell, when I find it hard not to eat the whole goddamn box of cereal, whatever cereal, be it Fruit Loops or Rice Krispies or anything in between. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started watching Full Metal Jacket. It's a just under 2 hours movie, but it starts pretty quick, and we'll just get into it. And Chrono says that was funny and rolls eyes. Bradley Briggs says all dairy products make my tummy hurt. It sucks. Bradley, the milk is called Lactaid, and it tastes just like regular milk. It is milk, but it has or doesn't have whatever in it that causes problems with lactose intolerant people. And I've had, not that I'm lactose intolerant per se, but it does well. I would say it does well. Vile says you should have changed the image to bop to kill. Bop
Instead of
born to kill, bop to kill. Yeah, I honestly don't even think about editing. Okay, I say this. I 99.9% of the time don't edit the movie image. It's just what I can find online. Of course, however, for tomorrow's Sinema Sunday, and yes, we're going to have a Sinema Sunday tomorrow since we finished Futurama last week. Tomorrow's Sinema Sunday was that 1 in 100 times where I did, in fact, edit the image just a little bit to reflect more broadly that the movie is Star Trek. Hi, Charlie. Hi, Charlie. To reflect that the movie for tomorrow, Please Stand By, is in fact very much a Star Trek film. Even though does not take place in the Star Trek universe, it is in fact about a Star Trek fan trying to get a Star Trek script to the studio before they stop taking scripts. And it's an excellent film. It came out in 2017. It is a lot newer. I'm bending the rules that we normally have 10-year-old movies plus. This is going to be a 5-year-old movie, but it is a really awesome movie. And because it's Trek related, I will bend the rules for tomorrow. So we will watch Please Stand By. And I strongly recommend anyone who hasn't seen the movie to watch it, especially if you're a Star Trek fan. And yes, that's Sunday, Chronos. And it is possible Mamo Prey will give me the out-of-date spam to eat that Mamo Prey saved, but we can't be so sure. And Mamo Prey says she can. Zaxius is here. Qapla, hello, Zaxius. Chronos says, I like real breakfast foods, bacon, eggs, toast, hash browns, sausage, and you can have the oatmeal, bird. I like those real breakfast foods too, and grits. I like some grits with my breakfast. Josh Street says, let's just say milk and bird of prey turn everything into a river of brown. I didn't say that. Kronos is punch bird in the face, Charlie. Wow. John Street says, bird of prey, Charlie is mad he isn't on the screen for his fans to see him. Yeah. Mago says 2017, 5 years old. Well, if you count 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, that's 5 years. It's probably closer to 4 years old, but you know, give me a little. Corvus 6 says subscribe to the channel. Qapla Corvus 6. Thank you for subscribing. Kronos, he's never had grits. You're missing out. Grits are delicious. I mean, they're delicious because you mix them with butter or cheese or both, and eggs and bacon, whatever. They're all good. Mamo Price says if you're anywhere near a Cracker Barrel, they got grits. Executive producer Saul Leibowitz says Bird of Prey needs a Filipino breakfast. Arlie Emery would agree with me if he was still here. And yes, Arlie Emery is the drill instructor in this movie. He's like kind of the quintessential drill instructor. Really typecast, but you know what? It's the role he was born to play. Josh Reed says, when in 2017? I didn't go that far to look. It's conceivably less than 4 years old. Kronos is Bird of Prey. The older he got, the worse punching is going to be. The older he gets, the worse the punching is going to be. Yes, this is true. Charlie, the older Charlie gets, the worse the punching will be. And cheddar grits sounds interesting, says Kronos. Indeed, they do. And executive producer Saul Leibowitz says, like me, Arlie Emery was married to a Filipina and loved going to the Philippines. Awesome. I had no idea. But let's go ahead and get started. So guys, gals, if you're out there, head to the Bird of Prey 5 screening room, or I suppose Tubi, or if you've got your own copy of the movie, any of those will work. And I'm going to count down at the screening room, and then we will hit play. If you can't watch in the screening room, you can watch on YouTube. There will be a screenshot every 10 seconds or so you have some idea of where we are in the movie. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2,
42.
1. Queuing up. Oh, that's Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Oops.
Okay. That
It's okay, Bird.
So would you say that you're more related to Private Joker in this, or what?
I'm sorry about that. What was it? Positive?
I said, would you say you're more relatable to Private Joker in this?
Well, more so than Gomer.
Yeah, Gomer Pyle. Right?
Honestly, I wouldn't really say I'm relatable to any of the people in this movie. I could never imagine.
Matthew Modine.
I mean, if I was going to go for any type of armed services, I can't imagine that I would have chosen to do so. But if, I was forced to choose, it wouldn't be the Marines. God bless the Marines, but I know I am not a Marine. It would either be Air Force or Navy. And I'm probably too big for both, so I'd get a desk job at either. I'm too big to be running through a submarine.
You'd be in the rear with the gear.
Yeah, I'm too big to be running a 6'4". I'd be too tall for a submarine, too big for a battleship. Well, they don't make battleships, destroyers. I'd have some land job, desk job.
I didn't know we got an excuse of Prey today.
The least problem I'd have is getting my hair cut.
Oh, I love this guy, Gunnery Sergeant.
You're not even human effing beings. You're Turdistanis. Captain Trax says Air Force or Navy would be good. I could sit back and fly a drone and, attack. Oh, geez.
No, you're not good at flying.
No, you're not gonna.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I did have to edit two stills from this video, not because of nudity, just because of blood. Oh shit.
What?
This I forgot that this movie was
A
so.
lot of colorful metaphors.
These aren't even colorful metaphors. These are.
Yeah, the F-bomb gets thrown a lot around in this one.
Captain Track, they don't care about body hair.
You can shave that or wax that off, It'll be good.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back.
Mother. This is the best performance.
The Random Menace is here. I thought you weren't going to come by. Chief Cook says, hooray, Qapla, Chief Cook. You guys are a bunch of... Yes, I am. I admit, Chief, if you want to come up. The Random Menace is bird of prey. You are not armed services legged, maybe. The Last Victorians is bird of prey. I tried to join the artillery when I was younger before doing my CSMR basic in the British Army. I broke my ankle, got disqualified. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Couldn't do the endurance runs. Captain Drake's bird of prey, we cannot hear anything, so language is not an issue. I know it's not an issue on YouTube, but just for people watching, steers and oh jeez. Oh my god. Oh man.
This is how grown men are supposed to talk.
Yeah, sure. Grandma likes you to clean you. Push his nose to get the whole storm. Push the door. Yeah, the nose, the red nose. Where's the red nose? Oh, yeah.
Wow. Captain Track says, have a great stream. Take care, Cap. You're welcome to stay. It's fucking awesome movie.
Choke yourself.
That's The Last Victorians is bird of prey. If you want a good film that goes with this, watch When We Were Soldiers. It was the first major battle of Vietnam. The Battle of the ID or Ang Valley.
Oh yeah, good film.
Ho Chi Minh is a son of a bitch. I can't read half the lines of this movie.
Yeah.
Uh,
Talking about his hat.
There's a lot of cuts in this movie. Just one scene cuts, new scene comes in. Wow.
He got Kyle sucking his thumb.
Hmm. I forgot you're supposed to give rifles a girl's name.
They're all sleeping with their guns.
I wonder if they still do this. Did they ever do this?
We need a Marine to tell us.
The last Victorians was bird of prey. Not very fun fact, but after this was filmed, the M14 rifles they used in this film were all destroyed, as there was the Hungerford shooting shortly after. Semi-auto rifles were banned. Semi-auto rifles were banned where? Not in the United States. Oh, in the UK, says the last Victorian. This was filmed entirely in the UK. I had no idea. Lucifer Chavez says hello. Qapla, Lucifer Chavez. And Chief Cook says they stopped it years ago. So did he ever make it up? I need to know. I don't think he could. Uh,
Oh,
I gotta be honest, to give him credit for even going up that high. I have no. There's no way I'd be fucked. I wouldn't go up that high because there's no way I'd be able to do anything.
You got put one foot in front of the other. One.
Wow. The last Victorians is Bird of Prey. The filming locations were Pinewood Studios and the Bassingbourn Barracks. I'll grant you, now that you say it, I can see it looks more like the UK in a lot of places, but never thought about it.
But just Joker's just dragging him all around.
It's a montage so that we all get the feeling we've been training with these guys for months or weeks. He didn't really hit him. That's so fake.
We have nothing to say.
All of a sudden, there's this downtime where they can go slow and do things at Gomer's pace. The last Victorians is Bird of Prey. Oh, he did. Lee Ermey was a method actor in this film. He did, in fact, slap him hard. Ermey had an accident not long after this and didn't use the left hand much for the rest of the filming. Like, I don't understand. Is this free time that they just get to play in the yard?
No, it's just working with Private Pile.
I understand, but when? Like,
during basic training.
everyone else is running around. Like, did they have specific orders to just make use of the back of the stuff? I mean, that's what I don't get. It seems like all the rest of the time they're told specifically what to do. And now all of a sudden they've got time to learn what they need to learn on their own.
It only seems that way.
That wasn't bad.
And his rifle on it.
Marines are not allowed to die without permission. Oh, Chief Cook, are you on Twitter, Chief? No, man. Eskimo pussy.
He's expecting their fingernails and toenails.
Top the blister. Oh my god. Wow. Uh-oh. That is not good. A jelly donut.
That's a big misconception. He's really not that overweight.
Yeah,
all.
I mean, at the time,
he was
for
tall.
For the military, he might have been, but for today, I mean, damn.
Well, you see him running in a uniform. He's not fat by any means. I mean, I'm just saying.
He's overweight, but I mean, literally compared to 20, 30 years ago, though, he's gone from noticeably overweight to basically average for today.
Well, this was in the 60s, remember?
Right. Yeah, for the 60s, he was overweight. I don't know.
Make sure it's not the movers.
I know the soap, The Last Victorian, is the most disturbing scene of the movie, and I really don't get it. What?
It's just like the horse picture, except with people, not horses. It's exactly like it.
True. They're Marines.
You put people in.
Well, they put Marines.
Okay, they're still people. Marines are people.
Okay, this is.
I guess they're a little bit superhuman.
This is so effed up, and what I don't get, number one, is like why are they blaming him? And two, how does it work that he just turns around and after this doesn't make these fucking mistakes again?
No, he does.
I mean, He clearly didn't want to be a fuck up.
Well, he was probably drafted too. He's probably not a volunteer.
Chief, it says my account is suspended from Twitter. I'm on Twitter right now. I just sent a bunch of messages. No, it's not. It's not suspended.
Oh.
The last Victorian says it's corrective punishment. They are getting treated like shit, so they beat them into line. It happens. Also, most disturbing scene is the toilet shooting. Okay. The most disturbing scene so far. And thank you for subscribing, Fire Knight 013 and Flutter Girl, Qapla, Flutter Girl, and Fire Knight. Fire Knight 013, 13 is my lucky number.
Only you would like that as a lucky number, Bird.
A lot of people think 13 is the lucky number. I remember my grandfather telling me that 13 was an unlucky number and 26 was twice as unlucky. I've never heard anyone else ever claim 26 to be an unlucky number except him. I think their job is to kill. This was eye-opening. Charles Whitman. I did not know. I learned it by watching this movie. $400 yards is nothing. In Call of Duty, I get 600-yard shots all the time.
Talking about the first school shooting inadvertently.
Now, the first school shooting actually happened the 1788, right after the United States became a country. If you go to Wikipedia, there's a full list.
That
A bunch of Native Americans shot up a school.
I don't know about being motivated, but just in the wrong frame of mind.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jesus. Happy birthday to you. Today is Christmas. It doesn't look like Christmas. Where's the tree?
That's a poor chaplain. His name's Charlie, and they go hunt Charlie in Vietnam.
That is true.
I'm just pointing that out there.
For Charlie up in the trees.
And your poor nephew, Charlie.
Oh, Charlie. See, they should be sending people to hell, not to heaven. The last Victorian says, Bird of Prey. I doubt you're doing it with an Italian WW2 bolt action rifle using iron sights, using a round not known for its accuracy. That's true. That is true. He talks to his rifle.
He's just more attached than the rest of the Marines.
So I still don't understand, why did this guy choose to become a Marine? Why not go into the Army?
I'm sure he didn't choose to be. He was probably drafted into the...
Can you be drafted into the Marines?
At that time, you probably could have.
I thought the Marines were selective. I could be drafted into the Army, the Navy.
I think at that time he was probably drafted.
The Air Force. I didn't think you could be drafted into the Marines. But maybe. Bradley says, any particular reason that Star Trek picture keeps popping up? Yes. Every time I change tabs, my desktop background pops up for a brief second. Apologies. I was trying to get my Twitter straightened out, but I don't see any problem with it. And Fire Knight says the draft doesn't let you choose unless you should volunteer before you're drafted. I'm aware of that. And that's why I know a lot of people, rather than wait to be drafted, chose to join like the Navy or the Air Force rather than risk getting drafted into the Army. But I mean, granted, I didn't live in those times, so I just wasn't aware. I always thought the Marines had like a higher standard than all the other branches. So I didn't think you would get drafted into the Marines. Certainly not if you were not physically capable, you know, like Gomer Pyle. They would have looked at him. I would have thought they would have said no to him and put him into the Army or somewhere else. But maybe they did. I guess so. Four.
How ironic, Charlie.
Bradley says, I'm surprised they allow people that need glasses to join. Well, they need, I mean, there wouldn't be enough people. Or, you know, everybody be wearing glasses to get out of serving. But you're right. I mean, if you're wearing glasses, you're at a big disadvantage, I guess. I didn't even think of that. Hey, NB, you made it.
Well, barely.
Finally.
Excuse me, guys. My personal life schedule does not revolve around you all. I wish it did,
No,
but you know.
I understand.
Problems, jeez.
I
Jimmy,
understand.
come on.
I'm not. I'm glad you could make it.
Yes, we're happy that you can make it.
Well, I was up all last night, which is fine. I got a few hours of sleep because I still got a commitment I had to do as well. By the way, I'm going to tell you all this right now. Pretty much just about everything you saw in that boot camp is pretty damn accurate.
So they could have been, they were drafted into the Marines at the time?
No, I said most things. No, nobody got drafted. No, you couldn't be drafted in the Marine Corps.
That's what I thought.
No, you couldn't be drafted in the Marine Corps.
Okay.
This part here did not happen until where they actually listed out the MOSs and everything. That may have happened then, but that didn't happen for us until we went to what was called MCT, Marine Combat Training. That was a few weeks later. Combat Journals? What the fuck is that? Trust me, the way they quarterdecked our asses, I wish they had just beat the hell out of us. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, we did see people like that.
People like Gomer Pyle?
Yes, and I don't mean Gomer Pyle as in far as those looks. I mean Gomer Pyle as people who just couldn't make it. This is the extreme version, but yes. There were people who just mentally could not handle it.
And I'd imagine they would drop out or whatever.
It's hard to explain. Well, you can't exactly drop out. You got to be considered medically unfit. And then you were moved out of your platoon and you were moved to, you had these different ones. You had one called PCP, which was Physical Challenge Platoon. I think it was called EMP, which was the medical guys, people there who were on medical hold. And then you had the other one where these were people getting out-processed out.
And I feel like I'd be in the physically challenged platoon.
I came very close to being in it. You had to pass the pre-physical fitness test. Otherwise, they would send you to PCP first. And you would have to stay there before you got done with T-Day, before you got to T-Day 1. Now, tinfoil hat we did not have for Firewatch, but you would be on Firewatch at night. Although one of the reasons they're actually bringing this up is actually in boot camp for us, those weapons were locked. Ammunition was counted when you were on the range. You were metal detected and everything, and you had to declare no brass, grass, or live rounds. No brass, trash, or live rounds. And one of the jobs of Firewatch was they did have to go and check every lock on every M16 to make sure they were all secure. And there was the guy in the front, there was the guy in the rear, and then there was the rover. So there was 3 people on Firewatch on a barracks at night. Yeah, that's about right on the toilets thing. Yeah, you weren't too shy about having. You got used to taking a shit in front of everybody. Hi, Mama Pray.
What's next? Look at the shapes. Look, we have. Thank you. I'll grab my stand. I'll grab my stand with it.
Yeah, he would automatically lock to attention addressing him. He's just used to that by now.
Oops.
Wow.
Now, where he got the ammo from?
Well, if he found a way to steal a donut, he probably found a way to steal
Well,
some
yeah,
bullets.
that's what I'm saying. Is that's why we actually were part of night shift or part of Firewatch. We were required to check all and make sure all M16s were locked.
Keep in mind, this was in the 60s.
Keep in mind, this is not too far off from what I was doing in the 90s.
The last Victorians is Jedi Bill, Bird of Prey. In the UK, apart from exercise, all weapons are checked in and out at the BFAs for the weapons attached and locked unless you're doing live fire.
At MCRD San Diego, the weapons were locked up in two different ways. At San Diego, well, sorry, let me rephrase that. During training, MCRD San Diego, you were registered your M16. Then
these were
like
two frames.
We had gun.
I had
we
the
had
sense
gun racks.
there.
Oh, sorry. We had
No, I'm
gun racks
sorry.
in our. We had gun racks in our barracks there, and then when we went to Camp Pendleton for the Reaper Field Week and a few other things, they actually had safes. So we would actually go in and have everything locked in the safe and have somebody who was a safe rep to make sure all the rifles were accounted for. And trust me, we had to know our serial number of our rifle very, very quickly.
They misspelled photocopy.
They put this in the Two Live Crew song. They put this dialogue in the Two Live Crew song.
Yeah. I didn't just supposed to call, but I was can stick up. That big, but what?
No. Seriously? You're gonna let him get away with that? Okay, so was that lady working with that guy or no?
No. Just a coincidence.
There are no coincidences. Look at those Marlboro cigarettes. He made sure to get that advertisement, that product advertisement just right. It's a good thing I was smoking in the Marine Corps, because otherwise I'd have taken up smoking like so many others I knew.
Nice. Jeep in the background. Another Jeep.
Oh.
Lots of Jeeps.
Well, they didn't have Humvees back then. Oh, yay, meetings. Yay, meetings with the boss. So exciting.
Take the rotary telephone.
Trust me, take a look on their faces right there. None of these people want to be in this meeting. Not a single one of them. There's always got to be that one smartass in the room. Oh, wait, that was me.
The last Victorian says, Bird of Prey, I've been told those Jeeps are old World War II vintage Lend-Lease ones. You could buy a Jeep for 16 pounds at one point, shortly after the war. I wouldn't be surprised. He meant that in the nicest way possible. No. God.
How do you know that comes out?
The last Victorian says, bird of prey, a friend of mine who runs his family farm has one of them as a farm van alongside some series of Land Rovers, the British version of the Jeep. Yeah, Land Rovers are pretty serious stuff. They're hard to get in the U.S. Yeah, you can stop shooting. Oh, no, maybe you shouldn't. Maybe everybody should be shooting.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, no, maybe shoot a little bit more just to be safe.
So, Bird, that allergic reaction I thought I was having.
Yeah.
Well, turned out to be poison ivy.
No. Well, sorry to hear that, but better than, I guess, something awful.
Yeah. And I mean, like, the doctor saw it as soon as she's like, yeah, you have poison ivy. I said, is that what's also on my leg? She goes, yep. It's like, oh, shit. Unfortunately, I didn't get a straight answer on my left shoulder, but I'm told it might be my rotator cuff. So got an x-ray done, and then I got to do a walk-in on Monday to get the shoulder doctor or whatever to look at it. Bone doctor, whatever they call it. I'm like, please. I'm like, damn it. I'm like, can I heal up without something else breaking on my ass?
So you know where the poison ivy is? Is it on your property?
It's somewhere on my. It's either on my property or it's right on the edge of my neighbor's property. That I don't know. I mean, I don't even know. I mean, no, I don't know where I picked it up at exactly on my little property. And like I said, I haven't had poison ivy since I was a child, so I didn't even know what the hell it was.
The last Victorian says they've got a Series 2 long wheelbase as his daily driver. Things simple and rugged and will outlast me and will run off nearly anything I can pour into the tank. Easy to make parts for as well. That's awesome. Survive an EMP too, I take it. Oh. It's okay, just...
It's the gun of Rambo. It's the M60 machine gun.
Just puke out the open door.
Oh, they were a lot more looser on those uniform regs than they were when I was in.
Oh, that's it's wasting a lot of ammo.
My ass rides in Navy equipment, sir.
Like, they're bending down, but they're not anywhere close to the blades.
You want to take a chance?
No.
Neither
But-
did we. Jazz on one side, Civi's on the other. Hey, there's me with the radio. See, we got our moonbeam.
Where are the clothes?
Oh, look at that beautiful little 50 cal up there.
There's the Born to Kill. Has he been wearing it the whole movie?
No, just at this point. I mean, since he's had the helmet on, yes.
Is it?
The butt backs. Butt backs, LBVs, flak vest, helmet. Oh. I don't miss hauling all that shit around. I will not tell. I will tell you. No, they wouldn't be doing that right there. This would be considered a no hat, no salute area.
I was going to say, why they shouldn't be saluting.
Not in that area there, especially not if you're not behind the wire. That would have been a no hat, no salute. I would have to check and see if his MOS was considered a non-combatant MOS. Yeah, get chewed up and down by a colonel and just be like, "Yeah, you fucking prick," walk off, and you don't even give it a second thought. That guy probably said, "What the colonel say to you while he was chewing you out?" Ah, fuck if I know. I wasn't listening.
Hmm.
Yeah, nothing like sitting around those walls just chilling. Got nothing better to do. Hurry up and wait. Hurry up and wait.
No.
That did happen a few times. I did run into people throughout my career from the Marine Corps. In fact, I ran into two people I was in the Marine Corps. I went to high school with, in various different places. One on a naval ship, and one at the base I was at the BX, or at least there it was BX. It's the hero from Canton, the man called Jane.
Hmm.
He looks so young and yet still so crazy.
Wow.
One of the Baldwin brothers, he is.
One of the Baldwin brothers?
Yes, he is. His brothers are Alec and Stephen.
It's a trap.
It's just a gook.
By the way, Jedi Bill, no, he is not one of the 4 Baldwin brothers.
Yes, he is.
Well, let's see. His name's not Alec. His name's not Stephen. His name's not Daniel. And his name's not William.
The name's Adam.
Exactly.
Adam Baldwin.
The Baldwin brothers are Alec, Daniel, William, Stephen.
I mean, it could just be somebody named Adam Baldwin, not related to the famous Baldwins.
That's the family whole avocado about.
Maybe he's a cousin. I'll be honest, he doesn't look like a Baldwin. They've already got your range. Shouldn't you move? I don't know. I'm not a, strategist.
Just remember, folks, the tank gets the right of way. Let somebody on 29 Palms forget that fact when they tried to see if they were going to take the right of way in a Chevy Silverado against the tank. Didn't work out so well for the Silverado.
No, that would be a bad decision. Holy crap. Is that just pray and spray? Spray and pray?
Yeah, M16A1s were automatic back then. So, yeah, that's where the term spray and pray came around that way.
When did they, I don't know, the M16s burst shoot now or?
M16A2 does a burst shoot, but we never used it.
Really?
It's there's really no point to it. It became found that for the most part for person-to-person weapons, automatic is not the best way to go for a lot of reasons. And when I was in, the only person who had a actual automatic weapon that was a person-to-person and not a cruiser weapon was the saw gunner. Saw gunner was the only one who had a automatic weapon.
The last Victorian says vertebrae suppressing fire to keep the enemy's head down while you move up.
Or cover fire, take your pick.
Uh-oh. Bird is the word. Bird, bird, bird. Everybody's heard about the bird.
I know. I'm good to it. Um,
I believe that's Stanley Kubrick with the camera in this shot. Yep, that's Stanley Kubrick with a camera. The director.
That's the looking up at them. It's a pretty good shot. Robert Rose Jr. says, hello today, Bird of Prey, Mama Prey, and Sassy. How have you all been? Physically, I've been pretty good today, Robert Rose. Thank you. This is one mind F of a movie. The Last Victorians is Bird of Prey. Other than UK gun law fact, the tank gun is considered a rifle as long as you're firing solid rounds. You can own one perfectly legal, but can't own a handgun. Lovely joined up thinking. And Vincent Gallipo says, wow, this shot is great. Great. Yeah. As for the handgun thing, Vincent, the Last Victorian, you know, I kind of get it. Like in the US, 90% of our gun fatalities are from handguns, but all the laws are against rifles because rifles look scary and they have the potential to kill more people. But the reality is, in any given year, the vast majority of our deaths are from handguns. So I can understand a country like the UK, the fact that they go against handguns more, that just makes more sense. They're more the cause of death. Now, in the US, where we have the right to bear arms, I'm against gun control, but I understand people who want to punish or prevent handgun use more so than people who want to stop rifles, because rifles barely make up, a significant percentage of death. Now, Don't get me wrong. It is horrible when a mass shooting happens, but in the numbers, more people get killed, or as many people get killed by people hand to hand as get killed with rifles in any given year. I've looked up those numbers on the FBI statistics. It's legit. Robert Rhodes says, that's good, Bird of Prey. Yes, I've seen this movie several times myself. Yeah. This is a movie you got to watch every 5 years or so. You don't want to forget it. The Last Victorians is Bird of Prey. We can still own cap and ball pistols. And in the UK, gun crime wasn't a significant issue. We lost handguns in the UK mainland because of Scottish police incompetence. And Vincent Gallipo with a $2 Canadian super chat says, this is a very good movie. Thanks, Bird of Prey. You are welcome, Vincent. And in the pinned comment, there is a link to watch this movie on Tubi. So if you want to send it to anybody or watch it at a later time, if it works for you where you are in Canada, you might want to save that link. Oh, she walks like an American. The Last Victorians is Bird of Prey. All the Vietnamese people in this film are really Vietnamese. Boat people, to be exact. The UK took more of them than any other nation. She's racist. Too beaucoup.
That's so funny.
Oof. Now, if there's a guy who needs to be beaten with the soap, it's that guy. Last Victorian says, do you think if Life with Matthew watched this film, his head would explode? You know, I kind of want to think he has watched this film because I think it's an important film. But seeing as some of the things he says, maybe he hasn't. I'm curious. I'll ask him next time I talk to him. Vincent says, Bird of Prey, I didn't know Adam Baldwin was in that movie. I like him. So who is Adam Baldwin? Or is Adam one of the, or was it Alan? Son of a bitch. I can't keep track of all the Baldwins. No, it's Alec. That's the one with the A. And he's a douche. He's not in this movie. He's in The Hunt for Red October. Although he is funny in 30 Rock. I mean, there's no question.
You want Satsy? You want? Yeah.
You talking grandma? You gotta go have the conversation.
Yes, I think fully that.
Type that for discharge. Discharge.
No. No. Not here.
Have you got executive producer Saul Leibowitz says, have you gotten to the part with the Papillion So-So, aka Mia So Horny Girl? Yes. She's actually a chiropractor in Britain. And Vincent Galapos says, a lot of Baldwins there are. Son of a bitch. Fire Knight's got to go. Thanks for the stream. Take care, Fire Knight. Hope to see you around again. Tomorrow we're watching Please Stand By. Star Trek related movie. Executive producer Saul Leibowitz, Bird of Prey, having fun watching. I need to be out with the wife and getting things for my many, many nieces and nephews. Well, then you do that, executive producer Saul Leibowitz. Thank you for coming by.
I toned it down at noon. 12.
But it can't put it down. No, don't eat it. So,
I think you should have had a GPS. Oh.
They didn't have it in the 60s, Bird.
Fuck. Just go back in time, man.
We hadn't even put a man on the moon yet.
Not with that attitude.
Hey, we were getting there. The computer systems were, just coming of age.
I hope he has better luck than me playing Call of Duty. Well, he's already lived longer. That's not good.
I'm not sure I buy an AK-47 as a sniper rifle, though.
Oh, I use it as a sniper all the time. Again, Call of Duty. Nice. Holy shit. Yeah, tanks will be right there. Why would you stop shooting now? Wait till he gets back. Like, honestly, how are they not dead yet?
Doing. That's no, we're not gonna. Trying to keep the car. Mama.
Robert Rose says Vietnam, a useless war since we weren't allowed to win it. Vincent Galpo says it's a goddamn movie. We've never seen it before. Never saw it before. Robert says, my stepfather has passed away, served 2 tours in the Army in Vietnam, so I know how useless it really was. Foul Ball Productions says, utter classic. Just watched this the other night. My favorite Kubrick film. Qapla Foul Ball Productions. I agree. Total classic. I know a lot of people have been a lot closer to war, but as a civilian, movies like this, Saving Private Ryan, kind of as close as I want to get.
Yeah, I see you. We said it. Doing yoga. Oh, wait for what? It's a new one. It's a new one.
Is that audio from the movie?
No, it's me. Mute me.
Oh, okay. Mute you?
Yeah, please.
Okay, Jedi. Mute you. The Last Victorians is Bird of Prey. Nam wouldn't have been fought if the USA had done the right thing and helped the Vietnamese kick out the French. They didn't, so it fell to Soviet sphere. France has a lot to answer for. I don't think I've ever heard it that way. I don't recall the Vietnamese asking for help to get rid of the French. Though it's not my not something I really studied in history, to be fair.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. Oh, is that big bad great mom? Good job.
Nothing like a little chaos to get the blood going.
The chair.
I can just imagine the anxiety I have over stupid shit. I could not imagine actually doing stuff like this in real life. I'd probably just collapse.
But you know, cheap. I honestly, really see yours. People need to give me the
Holy crap, it was a woman. This is a woke movie. Damn you, Kathleen Kennedy.
It don't make it woke just because there's a woman in it.
It's a woke movie. It's a woman sniper. It's Kathleen Kennedy's fault. In my day, men were snipers. Last Victorian says teenager. She's 16. Oh my God, she's like Ray. She's the North Korean version of Ray. John Araki with a $1 super chat. Thank you, John Araki. Oh my God, I just had some awful, awful thoughts.
I'm gonna take you out.
Robert Rose Jr. says the Viet Cong would use anyone and anything to fight, including children. It was a very nasty war. The Last Victorians is Bird of Prey. The novel for this film gives a lot more backstory. Animal mother was a car thieving rapist and had a choice prison or Marines. And the NVA used kids a lot. Or you could just shoot her.
You want to go outside?
Robert Rose says, my stepfather told me they would trap their children with explosives to kill American soldiers. A booby trap of children with explosives. I'm sure that must have happened, but I wonder how much of that isn't propaganda. Though it's easy to make that question.
Here he lives up to what's on his helmet.
Here 40 years, 50 years later, 60 years later, 50 years later. Well, I'd be honest, it seemed like you let her lay around suffering for enough time. It's not like anybody was too quick to put her out of her misery. And Robert, his stepfather was there, so he knew. I believe you. I said, I'm sure it happened. M-O-U-S-E. Yeah. Keymouse. That's crazy. I guess. I guess you sing the songs that you know. I can't imagine Disney was happy with this. Like, there's no way they approve this. I wonder how that works. I mean, they won't give a kid dying of cancer a goddamn Spider-Man tombstone. I highly doubt they'd approve Mickey Mouse song being sung at the end of goddamn Vietnam War movie after they just killed some people. I'll be honest. As sad as this movie is, the music is pretty quality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it's got a good soundtrack. Yeah. Good. This was the '60s, you know.
Yeah.
'60s music.
You still hear positive candor? Vincent says, I'm a Canadian. I can't imagine a better world without the USA. I honestly don't think anybody can honestly say that. Nobody that would be on YouTube today, anyway. Robert says it also rained like 6 months out of the year in Vietnam. Yeah.
It rained a lot.
So,
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, no problem. What do you think? You've seen the movie before, I assume.
Yeah, of course. See, Adam Baldwin, number 2 guy right there.
Oh, shit.
And on credits, did you see that?
But is Adam Baldwin one of the Baldwin brothers? Is the question.
Probably not. I don't think so, but it's not like that matters, does it?
Well, that was the question.
Yeah,
Who are the Baldwin brothers?
I thought he was. Like,
Stephen, Daniel, William, and Alec.
It says he's distantly
the 4 brothers.
He's distantly related to the other ones.
Gotcha. Distantly.
See, okay. I knew that. I was partially right.
He's from Chicago. The other ones are from New York, of course. You know. So yeah, he's from Chicago. The other ones are from New York. You know. Whether that makes a difference or not, you know.
Bradley says when the rain stops falling, the bullets start flying. Okay, guys. So for anyone who wants to know, tomorrow at about the same time, we're going to be doing Sinema Sunday. I'm going to be watching Please Stand By. It's a great movie. I'm guessing not too many people have seen it, but it's good. It involves Star Trek. So we'll just put that. I'm going to set that movie up actually later tonight, so people get to see it for tomorrow. And I believe Captain Trek is live, so I would suggest if you got nothing else going on, you head over. Yes, he is. You head over to the Brew Crew, streaming on Captain Trek's channel now, and I will put the link in, and I will see you guys over there. So, yeah.
If anybody interested, I'll be hosting some karaoke later on tonight.
Cool. Yeah. Anything else you're doing, Jedi Bill? You want to?
Nope, just the karaoke tonight.
Okay. Positive Candor, you got anything going on?
No, I mean, with the way my back has been bothering me lately, I've been trying to take it easy.
I understand. Believe me. Okay. Well, I hope you do feel better soon. And if not, we'll see you around on other streams. And so I guess we will call it a day here, guys. Thank you all for hanging out with me. Thank you guys for coming. If you're a new member, I greatly appreciate the subscriptions. And I hope you enjoy. Tomorrow we do this again. And then Monday and Friday are bed life videos, which are generally me talking directly to you guys and doing some fun stuff. Tuesdays and Thursdays are generally open panels and or video games. And Wednesdays is Deep Space Nine Wednesdays. So we are going to season 5, episode 14 this week on Wednesday. JP's is shit. I missed it. You did JP's, but the movie is available to stream for free on Tubi. It's in the pinned comment, so you can rewatch it if you are so inclined. Unlike most times, you don't need the screening room today. You can watch it on Tubi. But also head over to Captain Trek channel. I put the link in a couple lines above, as Captain Trek is live. Qapla all, bird and panel out. But wait, there's more. The video might be over, but there's more fun to be had. First, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel and have clicked that bell icon to get notifications of new videos in your YouTube feed. Share this video on social media to help this channel fight the algorithm that favors big media. Also check out www.birdopray5.com for links to my other channels, various social media accounts, merch store, Dear Bop, affiliate links, and all your Bird O' Prey 5 needs. At the main Bird O' Prey 5 YouTube channel, you can find all sorts of live streams and unlisted videos, YouTube membership options, and a community section with polls and updates on the channel. On the secondary channel, Bird O' Prey 5X, you can find overflow content that doesn't always make the main channel. Subscribe to both channels, please. Thanks for watching. Remember, I stream almost every day. This is Bird O' Prey 5 saying goodbye, world. Until next time. P.S. Hail Sassy, hail Charlie, and of course, hail Caroga.